I think we're live, but let me make
Yes,
sure.
I think so too.
I think we're live, but let me check. Okay, yes, everybody, we are live. So, um, welcome everyone to the Writers Salon Open Mic. Thank you for joining us today. I wish that more people would have joined us because today I wrote an email and it said we've had about 300 participants. And then I had to check myself because it's actually been 495 participants have come through our writer salons on Sundays. Okay. So if we have 495 people, I expect 200 people to show up to this, to the Zoom link. Pero I guess que, and you know what? If you're in New York, we pick the best time because this weather es para uno estar en su casa bebiéndose un hot chocolate y no estar jodiendo mucho. But I guess people had other plans. Anyway, thank you, ladies, for joining us today. I am grateful for your presence. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to hearing you all share what you've been working on, what works you have been completed. I want this to be, as always, a family setting. Let's encourage each other, support one another, talk about your works, talk about your writing goals in this new coming year. I'd love to hear it and see how Dominican writers can continue assisting you all in reaching those goals. Okay, so we have an open mic. We're gonna go by rounds. We have 3 minutes for each person. One piece of person, okay? When everybody goes, then we do another round and you can read your second piece and so on and so forth. And I'm aiming for this to last maybe an hour and 30 minutes or hasta que todos se cansen. But no, an hour and 30 minutes should be enough. I don't want to keep you all here. But yeah, again, I didn't introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Angie Abreu, and I am the founder of the Dominican Writers Association. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to publishing as many Dominican writers as possible, offering them the resources and the tools that they need. The Writers Salon was created. We have one of our OG members here, Lisa Ventura. The Writers Salon, for those of you who don't know, came out from a writing workshop series that we had completed. And what I noticed was that during those 6 weeks of these workshops, everyone became like family. And it was a beautiful thing. And not only that, I also noticed that many of the writers were hungry for more information, hungry for more writing, hungry to continue being in community, hungry to see where this path of writing was going to take them. And I felt horrible that this 6 weeks was gonna end and I was gonna be like, bye, si no vemos, no vemos. I'm not like that. So of course I said, give me your phone numbers. Let's see if we could meet up sometime and come up with something. And what came of that was the Writer Salon. So initially the Writer Salon was a group of 10 women who met in my apartment. I think it happened for like 3 Sundays and then the pandemic hit. And then we couldn't meet anymore. So then we were like, damn, now this is gonna have to be virtual. So in person, it was just us chilling. We would bring breakfast. Everyone would bring their own breakfast. We would make coffee. I have a huge kitchen. I remember at one point we invited Clavis to come teach a workshop, and she came to my apartment and she taught a workshop. It was beautiful. And then once the pandemic hit, we needed to figure out what was going to happen to the salon, because again, I didn't want to leave these women hanging. So what we decided was fine. It's going to become virtual. I know way too many people, way too many writers and people that are doing wonderful things. So I'm just going to invite them to host a workshop. And that's what's been going on for the past 3 years. Every single Sunday, there is a free writing workshop from 11 to 12:30 p.m. facilitated by a different facilitator on a different genre, on teaching you about crafts, teaching you a skill that may, help you as a writer. And we will continue that on to next year. Next year will be what? The 4th year? Because we started this in, yeah, kind of something like that. We started in 2020. So we're going to 3 years, actually. Going in 3 years. So I'm going to correct myself. So Lisa, I don't know if you want to share something about what the Writer Salon means to you.
Hi everyone, Lisa Ventura. A lot of you know me as Poeta Ruby G on Instagram, writer and poet. I always start off by saying that I didn't know I was supposed to be a writer, even though I've been writing since I was like 9 years old. But then I bumped into the 6-week Washington Heights memoir project, and it clicked. The moment I sat down and Angie handed me the notebook and stuff, I was like, I have a great feeling about this, because I have been praying for a really long time, wondering what I was supposed to do with my life. And when I went to the workshop, that was it. I knew that was it. I've been writing ever since then, and it felt like it was just like the writer salon and all the workshops, and just Angie's mentoring, Angie's resources, Angie's like gentle nudge and push, and sometimes she'll kick you over the edge so that you can finally do what you have to do, because sometimes we do need that. And I think that's what Dominican writers did for me. It let me know that what I envisioned, I didn't know how to label it, but it existed out there. I just hadn't bumped into it until I bumped into the Dominican writers. So the Writer Salon helped me write more. It helped me get comfortable leading others in writing workshops. It helped me expand my creativity. Angie's really great about letting us, just if you have an idea, bring it up. And, if you could back up the idea with a plan, right away, Angie's like, let's do it. So this is what Dominican Writers has done for me. I've just learned how to do things with fear, and I'm like, I don't know, Angie said it's okay, so I'm like, let me put on my seatbelt and just and that's what it's been. And that's what it's been since day one. Like, I said yes one time, and I'm pretty much living the life of my dreams as a writer, and just open to more, and open to always Angie's suggestions and encouragement, and like push and nudge and everything, to get me so that I can see my own potential. That's what I was missing, to see my own potential, and to see that, that there are other writers out there, that there are Dominican writers, that we do have a space, and we do have a place to use our voice, pretty much. So that's what Dominican Writers has done for me. I can go on and on and on, so I'll just stop right here.
Oh, are you planning on mentioning your?
Yes, my book. Oh my God, my book. I always
not only your book, but everything that you have accomplished since joining the.
I know, but it's just so much. I don't want to.
You are the Writer Salon poster child. You are what I want every member of the Writer Salon to become, and more.
So I've been published by literary magazines. I just received, I love the other books upstairs. I've been published in 3 different anthologies just within the past couple of months, within the last couple of years. I am publishing my own poetry book, which is due to come out next month. And I'm just so excited about it. What else have I done? I've had my poetry read by Denzel Washington's wife, Miss Pauletta Washington, I think her name is. What else have I done? I've taken Alicia's writing workshops, writing from the womb. I have Veronica here who has been my roommate. I've taken the master class. I've done the 5 a.m. writing. I've anything writing related, I'm there. And luckily for me, all the opportunities they just like swim to me, because I'm just like, I already have enough work. I already have enough stuff to just be like, I have a piece for that place and a piece for that place and a piece for that place. And I just trust my gut. And whenever I can't trust my gut, I trust Angie's gut. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And I have a few more great news coming up, but I'll just save that. And you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see. That I never expected this. I never planned this, but it's working out beautifully for me. So I encourage you all to just feel the fear and still do it. Like do it. If it speaks to your heart, whatever piece, whatever writing you got, you just writing. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to nothing. You'll figure it out later. Just write. Is that good enough, Angie?
So Lisa, all this happened in the last 3 years?
In the last 3 years.
2 years.
All of
years,
this. 2
Rosita.
years, yeah.
2020.
Since
Wow.
2020, yeah, all in the last 2 years. But also I suffered a lot in a job and in a career that stole my light, that stole my that really messed up my mental health. And it wasn't, and that's, and the writing, what kept me alive within the last, during the pandemic and
Yeah.
during,
Oh yes.
yeah, exactly. So knowing that I had these writing projects and that I was getting yeses and that I was like, putting myself out there and that people were liking my work, I started believing in myself a little bit more and just a little bit more and just a little bit more. And I've been rejected. I have been rejected, but I give myself the 5-minute pity party, and then I'm like, all right, it didn't work out for that place. There must be another path for this project. So that's pretty much what I've done.
Wonderful.
Yeah, in the last 2 years.
Can we have your address in the chat?
My email address?
Well, yeah, that too, but the Instagram you're saying.
Oh, my Instagram. Yes, it's right here, actually, right next to my name. I put it right next to my name.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Thank you so
Also,
much.
you can pre-order my book, Con qué papel me envuelves la luna. It is
the link in the chat.
Yes, it is a Dominican fairy tale. I like to say an immigrant success story. A visa is my 90-day fiance type thing come to life, pretty much. In a book. I fell in love with my husband when we met. I was in DR, visiting a place I did not have any plans to visit, and we met, and the rest is history. So if you want to read about it, if you want to learn about it, you can purchase my book and you'll read all about it there.
Thank you. You did good.
Thank you. But I just need a little bit reminder from time to time, porque uno como que se le va la guagua de vez en cuando.
Se le va la guagua. Yes, exactly. So Lisa is a perfect example of someone who found themselves in their writing and who put in all the effort to pursue it. And she's been very intentional about that. Now, I'm not saying that you all need to pursue the same path as Lisa. This is just for people who want to make writing their life. If that's what you want to do, then you need to keep trucking on, submitting your work to various places, publishing your work to various places, and just, if your dream is to publish a book, it's possible. Okay, totally possible. We have Diana here, who's also a published author. So, Diana could talk to you guys about her experience with publishing her own book, but it is totally doable. Okay, so your dreams are all possible to achieve. Nada más hay que soltar el miedo. I don't know if anyone else wants to share something about their writing or about the salon.
I find
Diana,
that exciting. I don't want to miss any Sunday.
oh, when you're even when you're late, Rosita, I'm like, oh my God, where's Rosita? Because I know you don't miss any Sunday.
Not if I can help it.
I had someone the other day email me and says, I have church at 11 a.m. And I
Oh,
felt so bad, but then I'm like, this is the hour that the majority of people want.
yeah,
So,
I can sleep a little bit on Sunday,
right. So, I'm sorry, you can watch the videos afterwards, but it's
Right.
not the same thing being in conversation with a group of people while you're writing.
And they can go to, if they're Catholic, they can go to mass the night before. So,
Right,
or go to the earlier mass, service.
right,
So,
right. Diana, do you want to say something?
I just wanted to say that going to the different workshops really, I would say for somebody who has never been at a workshop, who's not comfortable writing yet, who doesn't know where they want to be at, I mean, it is a very welcoming and smooth transition into just getting to just write down your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts. There's so many different subjects, correct? And you can, as you go through all these different workshops, when you have the time when you can make it, it also gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you fit, like what it is that you like the most. And I found out for myself that I want to learn as much as I can, right? I don't want to limit myself to just, I love poetry. Creative poetry really is my thing, and prose. But like, if I want to write my memoir, or if one day I want to say I want to write a short fiction story, or how do I do this? So it's really a huge opportunity, right? In community with people that you can easily network, that you can easily say, hey, can I email you? Can I ask you a question? And you know that they're going to, be there for you. So it's definitely something to take advantage of, and to definitely do your consultations with Angie, because she saved my ass before I published Agni Dulce. And there's just always so much to learn if you're willing to. That's all that I can truly say about putting yourself out there. So yeah.
Thank you, Diana. And I know that for many people who ask, why do we host these workshops virtually? It's for people like Karina. Because Karina is one of our many members who don't live in New York City. Diana doesn't live in the city as well. Lisa is in New Jersey. Karina is in Paris. So, we have writers from all over the United States who log in. So that is the reason. If I were to
all over the world.
Yeah, if I were to remove these workshops from being virtual, we would lose all those members
Right.
who look forward to the writing workshops every Sunday. Karina, you wanted to share something?
Yeah, of course. Hi, everyone. My goals in this writing salon every Sunday during the pandemic was to not feel so much alone. When you are far away from your family, from everything, from your weather, from so many things that are are usually in your life, sometimes you need to find something that feel that you need. And writing for me is like this. It's therapeutic. And this time I start to learn just a little bit more English, start to reading just a little bit more English, because when you live far away, you have to discover something that live to comfort zone, that give you out of your comfort zone. That's for me. And something to say, sorry, is I'm not living in Paris, I live in Italy.
Oh, ¿verdad? Italy.
Iba a decir, pero ella se mudó. Ella la última semana estaba en Italia.
No, fortunately,
Italy,
no, but tomorrow maybe, or for holidays I went, but the Costa Sura and other places, I will be in French. already, but not living. I'm living in Italy, Venice.
In Venice, Italy?
Yeah, I live in Venice. In
And now
Venice,
you know, ladies, if you need to make a trip to Italy, Karina is over there for
yeah, if you
tours.
want to come, the best time for to come here is between May to October, something like that.
I'll keep that in mind. Gracias, Karina. Yo tengo una prima que vive en Italia también, but I don't know what part.
Okay.
But thank you
That is
so
the
much.
most Dominican thing I've ever heard.
What, that I have a cousin?
Right.
You're like that you have a prima, but you don't know what part. There's just we all
Yeah.
have so many
But
cousins.
yeah, Dominican, we all have un primo, una tia.
Yeah, the community, the Dominican community is very large here.
Oh, my
But
aunt lives in Norway. I have a cousin that lives in, you know, in Alaska. Dominicans are everywhere.
no, but here you can find so many people at the big city, Roma or Milan, something like that, Naples. That's some very city that call to Dominican culture very, very well. But I'm living in a countryside. We have beaches, a lot of beaches in the Adriatic Sea, and it's okay. It's not a Dominican Republic beach. But it's always a beach. It is very nice to be here during the summer. Right now, it's not. It's not like us. It's only that I will say. In another thing, yeah, writing. If so many people would like to experiment, to know just or to remember our culture, join to one group like this, like a Dominican writer or Dominican Salon, is a good choice. For me, is a good choice. I hope to continue if it will be virtually, because I find very, very well.
Thank you, Karina. All right, vamos a meter mano aquí ahora. Okay. So, Veronica, you want to go first?
Bueno, okay. I was gonna say I did also start taking the workshops in 2020, and it changed my life. Like Alicia is ready for the world. There was a point where I was taking so many workshops, I was like, I thought I was gonna get a note from y'all being like, are you good? With like
no, you know what it is, that I think that we were all trying to keep ourselves distracted, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if we have our mind on writing, on doing anything else, we don't need to be thinking about this pandemic that is trying to take us out.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So that was one of the things, right? Offer people another option where they could, you know, join and be distracted from everyday things.
Yeah, and a lot of people were giving back. Like I took a workshop with Clave. How do you say Claves?
Uh-huh.
So good. So yeah, it was just like a good time. Y'all have carried me really. Okay. I have one piece. It's a poem. It's called I Didn't Expect to Remember the Moments Behind Falling Out of Love. The fountain in New York City, dull and gray, crowded with pigeons, the sun rays, the company of strangers, the courtyard bench. Me with my head on his shoulder, he is safe, he is comfort, I think he's love. A pigeon with only one leg wanders around. We admire its resilience. For a second, I forget this morning I thought, there's a chance I might hate him. The whisper that arrived at my door saying, well, love has no opposite. Suddenly we lose track of the pigeon. Where'd it go? I ask. Where did what go? He says. The pigeon. Oh, I don't know. It was just right over there by that bench. Weird. I don't see it. It's gone. Well, I hope it's happy, I think. The pigeon, I mean. We are not happy. In the bathroom, getting ready to step outside in the rain, I play the song that makes me feel like pure light. He walks into the bathroom, mocking the lines, his voice screeching. A sudden disgust in my body. I realize I can put headphones in my ear until it's just me and the light. Chinese takeout and the TV, a rainy summer evening, a comment from him. She's so fat. Energy shifts until I'm sunk into the couch. I see myself in that actress. In many ways, I am her. That night, I lie quietly and ask myself, how? And then, why? The whisper returns. Love has no opposite. The roof of the antique Detroit building, the seductive sunset, eavesdropping purple flowers that I smell to see if they are lavender. They are not lavender, and I am not in love anymore. Now I'm still healing my broken heart, and whenever I see a pigeon, I find comfort and ease. Falling in love, falling out of love, it's all minuscule. It's the details that matter.
Wow.
Okay. I need to use this one. Thank you, Veronica. Okay, Rosita, you ready?
Oh, yes, I'm ready. Now,
3 minutes, okay?
well, I don't know. I'm going to read 3 pages because my piece is like 8 pages.
That's more than three.
I know. So I'll read it in different rounds. I need
read 1 page now.
1 page. That's 1 minute.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Go
well,
ahead, go ahead. I'll time you.
You let me know, and then I'll take it to like the end of the next paragraph or something. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
And I don't have enough light. Okay. So this was I began to write it last Sunday during the workshop with I forget. Anyway, he titled it Sánchez. ¿Quién fue? Titled it Asaltos Navideños.
Okay, yeah, that was Henry.
Henry Suarez, right? Okay. So the prompt went, because you suggested that we read something that we started writing at the workshop. So that's what I did. So the prompt went, write about the significance of this tradition or object, examine it from different angles, recall the emotion, try to write from different perspectives. So, y me salió en español. ¿Todas hablan español? All right. Las Navidades son una tradición que observamos todos los años con mucho festejo y actividades que nos unen entre amistades y familiares. Sin embargo, existen tras los festejos y el bullicio fuerzas que manipulan nuestros sentimientos y nuestras acciones. A veces, sin pensarlo, participamos en actividades que no son de nuestro agrado y en contra de lo que más queremos. Gastamos dinero que no tenemos, recibimos regalos que no nos gustan y que aceptamos con una sonrisa agradeciendo. Aceptamos los besos y abrazos de quien nos abusa o con quienes tenemos relaciones tirantes. La falta de análisis del cuento de la Natividad nos convierte en esclavas ignorantes del significado de este enorme acontecimiento que recurre anualmente. La falta de alternativas nos mantienen fijadas en lo conocido. Se dice que el motivo de las Navidades es el nacimiento de Jesús. Es una época festiva llena de música, un poco de trago y mucha comida. En este tiempo se acostumbra visitar a la familia y a las amistades más allegadas cargando regalos. Se acostumbra también convivir un rato con ellas. Nunca hace falta un lechón, una lasaña, un poquito, la música alegre y el baile. Es un tiempo de alegría para la mayoría porque abundan los besos y abrazos que nos hacen sentir acariciadas. Sin embargo, la mayoría de la gente no mira tras el bullicio, el brillo y demostraciones de afecto. Sin ningún trompeteo, sienten la congoja quienes sufren pérdidas recientes o antepasadas, para quienes su niñez les dejó traumatizadas, niñas traficadas, familias sin ingresos, sin caseríos, personas encarceladas o enfermas o internadas. Pero de nada de esto se dice porque es mandato el festejar. Como el agua y el aceite, el gozo y la tristeza no mezclan. O como alternativa podríamos celebrar el espíritu humano que teme a la oscuridad y que prende luces en el tiempo más oscuro del año. ¿Cómo va el tiempo?
Yeah, you're good.
Ya,
Exactly.
okay. Ahí. All right.
Yes.
Muy
Thank
bien.
you so much, Rosita.
All right.
You really got into that one. You wrote a lot.
Yeah, hold on.
So do you do that during the entire the entire sessions, or do you go and finish it later?
No.
I mean, oh, you finish it later because you said you wrote 8 pages.
Right.
Okay, so what is your plan with that?
What is my what? My
Your
plan?
plan with those 8 pages?
I love to get it published, but I don't know where.
Okay, what places are you searching for or at?
I am not. I would not even know where to start.
Okay, you would start on Submittable.
Okay.
Okay,
Gracias. Gracias.
submittable.com. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
Submittable has a large directory of places that has calls for submissions. And you should be able to do some research and find out where your story would fit. I mean, it's in Spanish, right? So
Yeah.
there's limited places where you could publish something in Spanish.
Great. Okay.
Okay, all right, thank you so much. Michelle, ¿tú estás lista? No te hagas. You ready?
Está bien, después de esa tremenda cuento me van a poner a mí. Coño.
No. Que ese cuento sirva para
Motivación. Después de
motivación.
los 3 cuentos fueron buenísimos. Y ahora dije, la racabaca mía, pero está bien. Okay. This is what I wrote in one of my first thing, but I had to leave early that day. Okay. So, sitting back in the cold, the noises you hear are different noises, not sounds or rhythms. That changes the frequency completely. You hear the rattles of the boilers, the children next door screaming, the door slamming because individuals have to be on time because being punctual to work is important here. Sometimes in the true silence, you hear some hope. The hope sounds like a powerful engine, the engine that fuels the greatest invention created by man. In just a couple hours, you are lifted and transported. Planes. That engine brings a soar of bliss with love and hope. And suddenly you remind yourself, one day I'll be back to my paradise. Here I feel my heart quiver. Why do you shake constantly? It's a slight quiver that radiates to my sympathetic autonomic nervous system, down my spine. I take a deep breath and this should help. Breathe. I'm here, present. Even though I want to be somewhere else, where just standing on my island brings me warmth, not only to my body because of the humidity with the slight moisture from the sweat, and it brings me comfort, and that brings me comfort. And that creates a grounding feeling to return to my heart that settles and resets my whole system. What to do while we're here. Because we must be present, we must be grateful with the opportunities. I remind myself that everything comes with a price, and that makes me represses tears from forming. Todo a su tiempo, mi niña. Papa Dios tiene el control. Just want to indulge in some simple pleasure of coconut water, pure from the palm tree, rooted from my mother's land, not coconut juice from a box where they sell in the bodegas. Yeah. Was I good with time?
Yes, and wonderful story. You see, always the people who are the most afraid.
Oh my God, I want to die.
They come out with these wonderful stories, and you're like, what were you afraid of? Is it that you get anxious? Is it that you feel you're gonna get judged? That people are not gonna like your work? What's running through your head?
Es como que es algo completamente, es como que ese es mi corazón. Like, I guess I've never like opened up like that vulnerable. That's something I wouldn't think that I would share with anyone, you know? That's something I would write for myself and just keep it there. But it feels good, obviously, pero it's como que encuerarme enfrente. No sé, como que.
I get it. We get it, right, ladies? You all get it.
Oh, yes.
We all get that sense.
Thank you for understanding me and thank you for the
Thank you,
message.
Michelle. All right, Diana, te toca.
Okay. So usually all of my poems that I share are in English, but today I have the courage to read one in Spanish. So it's not titled, but here we go. Morena, bella, con caderas que rompen la tierra, hija de una caribeña, derrites los ojos de aquellos que quieren mezcla, dejándolos hechizados con tu color canela. Un flow de barrio calibre 70, no hay nadie que te cree problemas, que te corte los ojos o que te hable mierda. Cara en alto, corazón de guerrera, inspiras a aquellos que amor propio desean. El baile corre por tus venas, criollo, bachata, merengue o dembow. Tu cuerpo es un lenguaje que enamora y fortalece el corazón. Bendito aquellos que en tu presencia se mueven. La negra tiene tumbao, con nariz ancestral y cabello engruñado, partiendo cuellos cada vez que su nombre se menciona. Negra, negra, negra. Así como el cielo en la noche haciéndole el amor a la luna llena. Así como lo más profundo del mar, una vibración espiritual que sana y protege. Negra, negra, negra. Nuestra lengua de amor muchos quieren entender, pero pocos dominan. Nuestra historia muchos quisieron borrar, pero mujer como nosotras no pueden encontrar. Entre nuestras cadenas creamos un hogar, damos vida a nuestro legado, frutos que crecerán. Negra, negra, negra. Nunca dejes de brillar. Nunca pierdas tu voz, habla duro, que tu estruendo llegue a la Quisqueya y más allá. Negra, mulata, taína, morena, a ti te dedico este poema. Sonríe y vive, que eres un milagro en este planeta. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Bello.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. That is such a wonderful poem. All right, Karina.
Okay. Allora, this one is for the food workshop, the January 3rd, 2021. It was with Alicia Garcia Polanco, and she gave 2 questions. We talk about that Sunday. One question. We talk about that Sunday about Dominican food and how to love the resource of our country. When she asked, how can you explain the love of food to people of other backgrounds? I answered, I love of food. The love of food is all over the world. We can talk about it for hours without feeling tired. The emotional baggage that we bring wherever we go. I have 2 special emotional food. The yaniqueques is the first one, and the sweet arepa. Food that bring me joy and happiness, even now remembering how my mom had created something with almost nothing to feed us. A simple recipe with flour, salt, and water. A big dough that grows always more if you left the night before breakfast. For me, was perfect before going to school with a cup of avena, quaker, and milk. I remember my mom with these words. The most important thing is to eat before school because you can learn much better. Mommy was armed with 1 fork, her hands in a pan with hot oil. For the arepas instead were an odyssey. We have lived in an apartment on the 2nd floor and the outside was Shima's space. We had a little ice to have the anafe. Mommy had to start to boil the ingredients a week in advance. Squash the coconut and wait for that milk, cinnamon, carnation milk, butter, raisins, and corn flour. Ready to cook when the anafe was on. I remember blowing with a piece of paper with a fan and in my mouth until we got the fire on. Our peculiar oven with coal up and down of the pan and the smell inviting everybody around to join us and wait for one piece when it will be cold. And thank you. Gracias.
Thank you. Yo tengo mucho que no oigo esa palabra, anafre.
Sí,
What is
estaba,
that
sí. Estaba la traducción, pero no me gustaba.
¿Qué es un anafre?
Era, ¿cómo se llama? Una, stove, portátil stove, or one big, something like that.
A portable stove?
Portátil stove was the translate. Portátil. Pero el anafe, no, sí, es portable, pero sí, no me gustaba la traducción. Portátil stuff, I remember where little stuff that you can turn it on with the electric current. This one wasn't with electric current. It was very, very, very tough to work with this. And that's I remember.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Karina. All right, Lisa. What you got,
Okay.
Lisa?
I'm gonna go ahead and read one of the poems. Well, so in my intro, I forgot to mention that I was a featured poet for the Morris Jamel Mansion in Washington Heights, the oldest surviving house in Manhattan. And it's also the house where George Washington stayed for 5 weeks with his troops. And Lin-Manuel Miranda also wrote Hamilton at the mansion. So I just feel really honored to have been chosen as one of the featured poets. And one of the poems that I wrote, well, I wrote 3 poems for the mansion, and they were published in this book titled Writing the Land Currents, which I received this week. So I'm gonna share that because I took this project to heart, like OD heart. Angie knows. Okay, the title is Between Hell and Hearth. Here, an ode to Black limbs that created magic within infernals enclosed by white walls. Here, an honorarium for cooks and service crews of well-off establishments. Here, in remembrance of domestic staff who punched in before dawn, toiling late into the night. Here, squandering priceless time cleaning, polishing silverware their lips would never touch. Here, in recognition of hired, borrowed, or indentured labor barely earning $4 a month. Here in the abyss of 18th century cellars where hearth and servant pillows are cemented. Hearth as in the section of a furnace where ore is exposed to flame and meal prep arduously lengthy. Hearth as in heart and family, as in vital or creative centers where food and love long to be manifested. Hearth as in a symbol of one's home. But whose hearth is it anyway, if mistress in chief never engulfs a flame in it? Thank you.
That is deep.
Thank you. Thank you.
Look how much you have grown.
Thank you. I know.
Wow.
I wanted this project to reflect
Sounded
that.
like a professional poem.
Yeah, it
Thank
feels very
you.
professional.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you. Listen, I had to. Okay, so imagínense, this is a whole full circle moment for me. The little Black girl that didn't know she was a writer ends up writing and becoming a featured poet for the oldest house in Manhattan, which is a museum, and there's history there, and there's just like, I had to take this to heart because this was big.
Where you would not be allowed to go unless you went to clean it.
Exactly. So I took it to heart. I took it as like my ancestors depended on it. Like I was the chosen voice for the Black people in that mansion. When the project came around, I let them know that that's what I needed to do, that's what I wanted to do. So I wanted to set my intentions clear because I didn't want no funny business at the end, you know, when it came to like me speaking truth to the people of that house and the people that, you know. Anyway, I'll stop there.
Good. Nice.
Nice.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, Veronica, you got another one for us?
Not really.
Mira la cara como ella lo dice.
Especially if it's going on YouTube.
It's not going. It is
something that is not YouTubeable.
Yeah.
Of all the things that you have written, Veronica.
Oh, wait, sorry. Say it again. I didn't hear the question.
Of all the things that you have written, you don't have anything that's YouTubeable? That is PG-13, that is like, we have a nice audience in the chat here, so if you ladies aren't in the YouTube, we have a bunch of people congratulating you. Gina's here, just popped in to show support to her fellow writers. Bravo, congratulations. Lila told us what an anafre is. Yadi says she's glad that you're all participating even though she's not here. So yeah, Veronica, let me know when you find something. Michelle, you have something else to share? No? Okay, Michelle salió de la vuelta.
Pero hice la diligencia, so
Sí.
ya eso fue mucho para mí.
Michelle salió de la vuelta. What about you, Rosita?
Sure, I can continue the same piece.
Okay, go on.
El título, by the way, es Refunfuños Navideños.
Oh, yes.
Porque todas estaban hablando de, ay, qué rico, las Navidades y esto, y los sentimientos y el amor. Y yo dije, yo voy a hacer esto en contra de las Navidades.
And you're going to be the Grinch.
Exactly. Okay. But when I began to revise it, I toned down a lot. So,
why?
Because I like the way it sounds now. It's still refunfuños. I'm still punching.
Okay, go on.
But I'm punching softly. Oh, okay. So, mi linterna, espérate. Okay. So, bien estamos familiarizadas con la comercialización de las Navidades, lo que le llaman Black Friday. Lo apodaron así porque es el primer día del año en que las tiendas producen lucro. Un examen ligero reconocería que las Navidades son la época para las tiendas hacer dinero. Mi queja es que lo hacemos de una manera ciega. Mi queja es que no nos damos cuenta de que las promociones y los comerciales nos empujan a gastar lo que no tenemos y que la música navideña genera en sí sentimientos de amor, de alegría, de obligación de regalos para otras personas. Es un juego de Simon Says. Simon says it is time to show your love to others. Simon says it is time to give and receive presents, give and receive hugs. Simon says, estas son emociones manipuladas que no sentiríamos si no fuera por las luces, las canciones navideñas, el corre-corre, el trajín de la época. Los sentimientos no saben en qué época estamos, pero el corazón late y no se quiere perder de lo que haya, a pesar que después, con el tiempo, nos cansamos del jueguito y se convierte en esclavitud. Aunque no querramos cambiar el modo operativo del capitalismo, podemos cambiar el modo operativo personal. Cuando yo dejé de enviar tarjetas de Navidad, esas dejaron de llegar. Cuando dejé de regalar, cesaron los regalos. Fue difícil porque hay otra fuerza y esa es la expectativa. Cuando no se responde a la expectativa, hay desilusiones y momentos difíciles. Me ayudó mucho a anunciar mis intenciones de no dar regalos durante esta época y que recibirían algo mío durante el año cuando me nazca. En mi sala puse un letrero que decía: las Navidades son una estafa capitalista. Christmas is a capitalistic ripoff. Sobre el tiempo, hemos comprobado que es mejor así porque sale más fácilmente del corazón, porque la persona que da tiene más tiempo de encontrar lo que será más apreciado y apropiado, especialmente cuando se pregunta, ¿qué te gustaría para tu cumpleaños o qué te gustaría para cualquier fiesta? Esto va aquí. Yo lo revisé una vez más después de, ya voy por la quinta, fifth draft. No nos olvidemos examinar.
You're on time.
¿Paro ahí? Okay.
Thank you. I totally agree with you. Yo no regalo para la Navidad, and my child is spoiled, so he gets everything anyway. Who's next? Déjame ver. After Rosita, Diana.
Oh, wait, I have one.
No.
Oh, you found something. Go ahead, Veronica.
Wait, what did you say? Go ahead. No te oigo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Crap, just lost it. Hold on. Espera. Okay, so I got this published in this magazine called Mix Mag. If y'all ever want to submit, I'll put it in the chat. Let me put it in the chat. But I think, so they want to, basically it's for artists of color. And I'll send it to you guys. Boom, okay. Okay, I cry about death. Oh, it's called Unworthy Power. I cry about death because I am 4, and my parents tell me it happens. We will grow old and we will die, meaning we'll no longer exist. I will no longer exist anymore. My stomach aches, nausea sets in, I can't breathe. So we're going to be separated? I can't imagine a world where my parents aren't in it. I cry. They say, no te preocupes, because there's a heaven where we'll reunite. I cry. What if we're not reunited? What if we don't all make it to heaven? Will grandpa meet us there? They try a different angle. Well, you know what? Sometimes when we die, we come back as other people. Reincarnation, they say. There's hope, I think. Can we go see the person grandpa is now? No, Mija, it doesn't work that way. He won't know who we are. He won't recognize us. I cry. When I get a high fever, I cry. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I mean, Nina, you're not going to die. You're just sick. Well, sick people die, but you're not going to die. My brothers taunt me, their heads poking through the doorway while I sit on my parents' bed, thermometer under my tongue. I worry this could be it. I could die. When they tell me to do Hail Marys, I grab my rosary tightly, beads of sweat on my forehead. I don't want to be separated. I don't want to go to hell. They tell me people grow old and eventually we die. I learned that accidents can happen and people can get sick. But here's what I learned as I grew older. I saw children die at school. I saw people die at the movie theater, at the club, sitting in their car, at work. Here's what they didn't tell me. It might not be old age or sickness or an accident. You can die, you can lose your human life because another human decides it so. Another human can hold a piece of metal to you and say, your life, not worthy. Your breath, not worthy. Let me end this on your behalf. One human life can take another human life. Imagine explaining that to my 4-year-old self. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. We're all going to die. And you could die because another human decides they want you to. What? Why? Why can another person decide they want me to die? They can get angry and they can kill you. But can they do that? Is that going to happen to me? No, it won't happen to you. You're going to be fine. Is that going to happen to you? No, we're all going to be okay. But how do you know? And how is that fair? Mommy, Papi, how is that fair? Why can I die because another human decides it? Why can another person kill me? Does everyone know this? Can you stop them? Ma, Pa, I don't want to die because someone else kills me. How is that fair? How is that fair? How is that fair? Mommy, Papi, please, I want to grow old like Grandpa. Don't let anybody kill me. Don't let anybody kill you. I cry.
That is so sad.
Sorry, y'all.
Thank you for sharing, Veronica. That's very intense. Very. Okay, let's see who's next. So Veronica ya fue. Diana?
Yes, I have something that I'm going to be reading from my journal, and I'm going to try to understand my own writing. So bear with me. I title it, How You Been. I've been writing more and worrying less. I've been dancing with my demons and giving them a name. I've been making memories with each version of myself as I shed. I've been collecting my tears as trophies so I can remember what I can withstand. I've been calling back the pieces of me I ghosted for so long. I've been talking less and letting people see my actions more. I've been cutting ties with anything that drains my soul. I've been scrolling less and admiring the sky more. I've been setting boundaries with family members because their trauma I can no longer hold. I've been feeling lighter as I dive deeper. I've been trying to lead with love even when I feel pain. I've been comfortable in the dark because that's how you get closer to yourself. I've been praying I don't let my lover down when they need me the most. I've been trying to be gentle with my expectations in a world where people lack compassion and consideration. I've been looking at myself with more love and less judgment. I've been thanking God for taking the things. I've been thanking God for the things He took from me because He knows it's a divine win. I've been grieving my past. I've been forgiving my pains and giving them a new name. I've been honoring my sexuality instead of looking at it with shame. I've been acknowledging my mistakes and seeing it as a strength. I've been enjoying my solitude because I really love myself. I've been also breaking into pieces to welcome clarity. I know me best. If you ask how I've been, well, I've been feeling with an open heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. All right, Karina, you have another piece?
Sí, gracias. Esta me la recordé el otro día cuando estábamos hablando de cumpleaños. Allora, se llama anécdotas del cumpleaños. ¿Quién no baila, no come bizcocho? El cumpleaños era una de las 2 ocasiones para comer. La segunda era la hora santa, bocadillos, dulces y el cóctel. Un ponche de frutas colorados con el Kool-Aid o con el tan. Un grupo inmenso de muchachos alrededor de una mesa, con el festejado y el bizcocho en el medio. Canastas azules y rosadas en ambas partes. Un popurrí de gente. Y la mamá que dice, miren la cámara para la foto. Algunas de esas le he encontrado en Facebook después de tantos años. Y pensar si no sé si reír o llorar de la vergüenza. El fotógrafo, la bulla para cantar, celebro tu cumpleaños, porque si no, quien no canta, no come. El que estaba al lado del cumpleañero apagaba primero las velas, a escondidas. La tentación a veces era fuerte, una cortada de ojos bastaba y la cara de sorpresa al momento del flash era inmortal. Invitados, ausentes y embucados. El pan con jamón y queso envuelto en una servilleta blanca no alcanzaba nunca. Dame uno para mi mamá que no pudo venir, o la hermana de no sé quién que se quedó sin el suyo y se lo llevo yo. La doña preguntaba, ¿dónde? Y tú señalabas al grupo de gente. Con las canasticas o funditas llenas de dulce y un souvenir se repetía lo mismo. Doña, deme uno que a mí no me dieron. Para el bizcocho había siempre que esperar el final de la fiesta y eso te lo tenías que ganar. Yo flaca y golosa de bizcocho, con ese suspiro blanco y el pan de España alto 3 dedos. Era casi una cena. No había que llamar a payasos para animar. Un poco de música de Wilfrido Vargas y bastaba solo la palabra mágica. Quien no baila, no come bizcocho. Es así.
Me encantó, me encantó, me encantó, me encantó ese. Gracias, Karina. Gracias. All right. I think, Lisa, you're the next one.
Okay, I'll do oldie but a goodie. It's one of my favorites because I love to dance and I love dancing since I was little. And it's called Bailarina. Dale, bailarina, baila. No tengas vergüenza, que eso pronto pasa. Dale, bailarina, baila. Coquetéate a los hombres con tus lindas pestañas. Dile a tu nueva pareja que con las amigas andas. Demuéstrale tus movimientos, báilale con sentimientos, mírale a los ojos, que seducir es tu intento. Báilalo rápido, muévelo lento, dale, bailarina, baila. Entrégale el permiso para que explore tu cuerpo, pero antes que todo, demanda su respeto. Menéaselo arriba, menéaselo abajo. Asegúrale a ese tipo que si se pasa, tú lo mandas pa'l carajo. Pero dale, bailarina, baila. That's it.
That is such a woman empowerment piece. Like,
Thank
yo
you.
creo que todo.
And I wrote this when I was, God knows, I was mad young when I wrote this.
I have the control y aquí va a pasar lo que yo diga cuando yo diga.
Exactly.
That was my takeaway. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
All right. Déjame ver quién más. So Lisa shared, Michelle se retiró. All right. Rosita, do you have another?
Pero yo compartí, yo pensaba que ni iba a compartir, yo pensaba que iba a apoyar.
Oh, no, you did good, Michelle. Está bien.
Oh, yo hice mi meta.
Sí, cumpliste tu meta. You ready, Rosita? You're muted.
All right. Sigo. No nos olvidemos examinar la economía invisible que es la labor de la mujer. Si no fuera por las mujeres, no habría fiestas. Es la mujer la que hace la lista de invitados, la que envía las tarjetas de Navidad, la que envía las invitaciones, la que limpia la casa, la que decora la casa, la que compra los regalos, la que empaca los regalos, la que se asegura que haya algo para todos y que no se olvide de nadie, la que hace el menú, la que hace las compras del mercado, la que cocina, la que compra el vino, la que se esmera por hacer sentirse cómoda, se esmera que todo el mundo se sienta cómoda, a la que lava los platos y la que limpia la casa al final. Toda esta labor la hace ella sin pago. Ella nunca ha buscado lucro con sus actividades. Un año de estos, las mujeres debemos ir en huelga para que se den cuenta de nuestra labor. Se debe contar en la economía mundial. Párrafo A. Aparte de la presión comerciante, visible e invisible, que pueda tal vez gustarnos, tenemos la presión religiosa con toda la pomposidad que también tiene dos ramas, la institucional y la personal. La presión personal viene de nuevo de no querer perderse de los cantos, del rito, las velas, el incienso, las flores, la comunidad y la bendición. Debíamos estar en guardia hacia la presión institucional de la iglesia, porque a esta le falta en muchos casos la veracidad. Especialmente debemos tener cautela aquella que nacimos hembras. Tenemos que cuestionar la autoridad, el texto y a nosotras mismas. Esa virgen a quien tanto nos enseñaron a amar como reemplazo de la madre terrestre que nunca tuvimos, esa diosa de segundo plano que siempre estuvo lista a escuchar nuestras súplicas, esa virgen que nos pusieron como modelo para emular su virginidad, su castidad, esa virgen que navegó la contradicción de ser virgen y madre, esa virgen quien yuxtapusieron frente a nuestros ojos inocentes lo que no nos permitían ver, la puta, la virgen o la puta. Esas eran las dos opciones que nos presentaban. La virgen es una santa quien encuentra un techado de vidrio que le impide subir a la divinidad. In other words, a glass ceiling, right? A esa virgen joven terrestre, el Dios viejo que la preñó, nunca le pidió permiso de usar su cuerpo y nunca se lo agradeció. Tal vez sería que ella, igual que nosotras, no somos dueñas de nuestros cuerpos. Ese Dios niño, hijo de una virgen joven y terrestre y de un viejo Dios celestial, al estilo de los dioses griegos que acostumbraban a violar a las jóvenes terrestres y preñarlas con semidioses. Jesús entonces fue un semidios. Las Navidades entonces están llenas de alegría que se festeja y sufrimiento que se niega. Sienten la congoja durante estos tiempos quienes sufren pérdidas recientes o antepasados, quienes su niñez les dejó traumatizadas. Yo no escribí esto antes, lo estoy repitiendo. Quienes amaron y perdieron a alguien del mismo sexo y tenían o tienen que sufrir en secreto. Durante este tiempo abundan los abrazos sabrosos y los penosos. Los sabrosos nos hacen sentir queridas y bienvenidas, nos prometen que pertenecemos, que somos parte de esta tribu. Los penosos son los forzados con gentes que no nos agradan, con tíos y tías que nos han abusado, con quienes tenemos relaciones tirantes. El negar besos o abrazos se consideraría un acto de mala educación, de insensibilidad a los sentimientos de las personas que rechazamos y de falta de respeto a las personas con quienes no deseamos contacto porque no se lo merecen. La peor costumbre es la del muérdago, mistletoe, una hoja de árbol que se guinda en el marco de una puerta y las que pasan por esa puerta están obligadas a dar un beso íntimo y amoroso, quiera o no quiera. Todo esto añade al sentido de esclavitud que cargan las Navidades en su vientre. Al cuestionar el texto encontramos que la Biblia, de donde emana el cuento de la Natividad, no nos da una fecha exacta, pero escrituras relacionadas nos dicen que Jesús no nació el 25 de diciembre. Los símbolos que nos presta el texto sagrado son más exactos y se pueden interpretar de varias maneras. Los pastores, por ejemplo, sugieren una época de primavera. Los reyes magos aparecen al principio de la historia y se desaparecen tan pronto encuentran al niño, porque el intento del texto es pasar la existencia pagana a la cristiana. La ciencia de hoy cuestiona el sexo de la nueva criatura porque el cuerpo de una mujer solo puede producir XX, o sea, una hembra. El título de magos implica que tienen poder. Espera que la pantalla se me... Ok, aquí está. El título de magos implica que tienen poderes más allá de lo natural, pero la paganía solo cree que más allá de lo natural solo hay más natural. Cruzan el desierto que es natural en camellos que son naturales. Nos intriga que conocen la naturaleza astral. ¿De dónde nacieron las Navidades? Crédito, me parece, se le debe dar a la Iglesia Católica que buscaba borrar las fiestas paganas del antaño. Digamos que buscaba destruir las fiestas paganas porque las consideraba como enemigas de sus mentiras. Como magos, canta en sus torres: noche de paz, noche de amor. Todo duerme alrededor. La fuerza institucional niega que le hace guerra a la paganía, escondiendo las fiestas paganas tras una capa cristiana. El párrafo B, no sé dónde lo puse. Ok. Jesús no nació el 25 de diciembre. Celebramos ese día como de su cumple falso, porque ese día fue observado por miles de años como el día en que el sol retorna y emprende de nuevo su nueva jornada hacia el norte después de 3 días de esconderse bajo el ecuador, esa línea imaginaria que divide el mundo en sus 2 hemisferios, el norte y el sur. Con sus rayos sur del ecuador, el sol no llega a muchas partes del hemisferio norte. Se dice que Jesús murió y resucitó por 3 días porque Jesucristo es una metáfora del sol, el que revive y brilla de nuevo después de 3 días, que brilla como aura detrás de la cabeza de Jesucristo. Las Navidades no fueron las únicas fiestas robadas por la iglesia. Easter es una derivación de la palabra estro, el proceso procreativo femenino de las animales mamarias femeninas. El estro es el proceso que permite la concepción, el empreñamiento de nueva vida. Los símbolos visuales de esta fiesta son pollitos y los conejitos, porque esas son 2 especies que se reproducen rápidamente. El Año Nuevo de las Brujas es el mismo día católico de los días de Todos los Santos y la observación conmemorativa mexicana del Día de los Muertos, el día en que el velo es más fino entre los vivos y los muertos, entre lo natural y lo supernatural. En caso de que piensen que las emociones nos pueden manipularse, hubo una noticia en años recientes para hacer salir a los guerrilleros de las selvas de Colombia. El gobierno les puso música navideña. En esos días, en solo días, comenzaron a salir y los aprendieron. Esta táctica la usaron varios años y ahora el FARC ha sido secuestrada. Entonces, las Navidades pueden ser muy lindas, pero debíamos ver más profundamente sus intenciones y decidir racionalmente cómo deseamos participar o no participar en ellas. ¡Tarán!
Thank you, Rosita. Thank you so much. Wow, you really went in on Christmas.
I really went into it. No, y tuve que, consolidar las cosas porque me salían como, ay, tanto. Yo creo que de ahí puedo sacar varios pedazos, varias.
Como dice Karina en el chat, una reflexión muy profunda. Thank you. Michelle said, thank you so much for your insight. Diana was saying Rosita is going in raw. Well, that's not what I meant, but you know what I mean. That didn't come out how I meant it, but y'all know what I mean. Who else has anything to share? Is everyone good? You don't have anything more to share? I will end the open mic if we're good to go.
Un segundo, yo tengo una pregunta. Si lo traduzco, ¿puedo hacerla publicar en dos publicaciones diferentes? Español e inglés.
You could find a home for it, yeah.
2 homes, one Spanish. One
More than likely, you will find a home for it in English because there's a lot more publications that publish in English than there is in Spanish.
Good to know. Thank you.
Okay. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us today.
Esos son mis repunfuños navideños.
Thank you. I think we made Rosita's night. We made Rosita's Friday.
Absolutely. Gracias por escuchar.
Gracias.
Abrió una caja de Pandora, se dice.
No, esas cosas hay que discutirlas porque no se permite la discusión, ¿no?
Right.
No, al contrario.
De eso no se habla, como quien dice.
Eso no se habla, exacto.
Bueno, ladies, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Get into the chat, ladies. Read what everyone is saying. Gina is saying we should have these every month. Lila is quoting, I've been dancing with my demons and giving them a name, from Diana. La fiestas, people are enjoying their coquito and snuggling up at home, watching the open mic. We were the entertainment today. So,
ustedes saben que pueden guardar el chat. You can save it. Okay.
I'm referring to the chat on the YouTube. Not the chat I'm not reading the chat in the Zoom. Because this is live stream, Rosita. This is live on YouTube.
So how do I get that other chat then?
There is, you will see it when you go on YouTube and look for the video.
Like a transcript, right?
Yes, so it stays there live.
Okay, great.
Okay, so ladies, thank you so much. Hasta la próxima. I want to wish you all happy holidays, Nochebuena, Navidad, celebrate it. Happy New Year. No se emborrachen mucho. Come back to us in the new year. We hope to see your faces once again. Share the platform, share the writing sessions with your loved ones, and be safe out there, okay?
You too. Thank you.
Igualmente. Happy Friday. Happy holidays.
Un abrazo a todos. Diana,
Bye.
Lisa.